This is Blackwatch with Commanding General Yahanna, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man ain't make man. God made man. God want man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
Yeah. What's going on, fam? Commander General Yahanna here, ISUPK.com. In the building, the only true warriors holding it down, bringing you all the truth that we can bring you and getting it so right. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Cap Makad, Abraham, and all the brothers around the country holding us down on Hebrew Academy. I got a little echo on that. Is that me, Marah? Holding us down on Hebrew Academy. Man, y'all look good all over Facebook. Brothers training, getting ready for that winter snow, handling their business, man. Shaking off that worldly spirit and putting on that righteous man spirit. You understand? So big shout out to them. Salakia didn't even get to my heavy hitters in the building. General Muhammad in the building with me. Give it up. General Mahakala in the building with me. Give it up. All right. Officer Marah, Yadiah, Ibad, and they whole team always holding us down, man. Big shout out to y'all. We getting it in, man. Here's where we deal with the real issues, man, and the real problems going on in the black and Latino community. And it is a pleasure to be in the game with you, man. So let's get started. What do you say, Akim? Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about these things, man. What's on the table, y'all?
Law must apply equality. Philadelphia DA announces charges for 3 former cops who lied under oath in case of black man wrongfully imprisoned for 25 years.
25 years. This brother did time in Pennsylvania. And you know, in Philly, you know, life is life in Pennsylvania. You get life in prison, they mean life. You know what I mean? You get 25 years, they mean 25 years. That's what they mean. You understand? So it's rough, man. That's a rough deal. Give me a little more.
Connor Wakan says Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Kratchner announced on Friday, August 13th, that 3 former Philadelphia police officers are facing criminal charges, including perjury, in relation to a miscarriage of justice that put an innocent man in prison for 25 years.
25 years. Go ahead, up.
Connor Wakan. It said the detectives are accused of lying on the witness stand during Wright's retrial that threatened to send him back to prison for life.
Damn. Wait a minute. In the retrial, they lied, threatening to send him back for life?
Connor Wakan.
Like, once again, I don't even know how somebody could actually believe that you could receive any kind of real justice in the United States when the entire system is based on racism. 70 million Edomites and others voted for Donald Trump. Now, them Edomites and them other heathens that voted for Donald Trump, and those the black ones, the cops, the soldiers, all of them, they gonna be on juries, man. They're going to be on juries in court cases. They're going to be judges. They're going to be all that. The ones that stormed the Capitol, damn near was all cops. It was cops and military people all in the group. Marah, can you do something about that kickback? Is that me? Can Marah hear me?
Let me check it, sir.
Fine, sir.
Okay. Y'all hearing me fine. You ain't getting no feedback.
Live, sir.
Live, sir.
Okay, it might be on my end. I'm getting some feedback on y'all. All right, anyway, how could you even think that you could get some kind of justice knowing that 70 million people voted for the white supremacists? Like, that was such a revealing moment. And then now you got to sit in front of the same white supremacists in a court case expecting there to be justice. It's like ridiculous, man. Which is why every DA around the country knows that black men taking pleas all day long, because they know trying to fight the case is almost impossible in many cases. Go ahead, Op.
Damn right. You're dying.
Connor will come. The detective, each of whom had served with the department for more than 25 years, turned themselves in last Friday. They were released on bail and are waiting a hearing scheduled for later in the month. Each of the detectives have been mentioned in at least 4 different cases in which defendants were ultimately exonerated.
If I could, sir, right now in Philly, the police, the sheriff's office, all law enforcement, they all hate Larry Krasner. You know, Krasner used to be a defense attorney. He was a defense attorney defending people, especially high-profile clients. And now that he's in office, he let a lot of cats slide. So
what office is he in, Haas?
Say again, sir?
What office is he in?
Larry Krasner is right now the DA.
Oh.
The DA here in Philly. And so a lot of cats are getting second and third chances when they would never get it before. And law enforcement can't stand this cat right now.
I see why. He about to send 3 of them up.
Yeah, that's why he really holding people or trying to hold people accountable. You know what I mean? For the error they making. Now, you know, there's still things going on here that got to be worked on, but they don't like him because he giving cats second and third chances. They don't want to.
He coming up against the ocean of destroy. You understand? He coming up against the ocean of that one. You know what I mean? And once again, the ISUPK, we the only ones on that front line. We the only ones going to court with you, man. We the only ones giving you counsel on what to file and what not to file. You understand? We the ones sitting there breaking that down to you. But of course, that's not acknowledged. Can I get a script on this, y'all, before y'all jump back in? You diet. Jump on Exodus 23, 5, 6, and 7 real quick. You understand? Shoot, really, you could run 8 the whole. This right here, this scripture right here, you die about to read. This is the whole problem in Esau's kingdom right here. This is why you can't get nowhere in this kingdom, man. And which is why the Lord loved a man that takes on these scriptures and fights to defend the people of the Lord, because that's what he's about. He's about that. He went down there and destroyed Egypt. He destroyed Egypt and defended the defenseless, which was the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. And guess what? That's about to happen again. He's going to defend the defenseless, which is these 12 tribes. That day is coming. You seeing it happen. The Delta variant. That's it. The Delta variant is proof right there.
Yes, sir.
Right when they was about to go to school, the Delta done stepped in. They don't know what the hell to do. It's a damn mess, because that's the Lord getting ready to defend the defenseless. Go ahead and read that real quick so I don't take up too much time. Go ahead.
So you said Exodus 23
and 5, 6, and 7.
Khan Wakam. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 5. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, that thou shalt surely help with him.
Right. Like you see the cat that hates you, man. The cat that can't stand you and you can't stand him. The both of you is in beef over whatever thing y'all beefing over. And yet you see his animal laying under his burden, meaning he ain't up doing his job. He's down, he's sick, or he injured, or he ran, or he broke away. He ain't handling his burden. The Lord said, you got to go help him get that animal back. And brother, that's, once again, the laws in the Bible are looked at as crap to the world. To the world, it's looked up. This book is looked up as a fairy tale. When this book is way wiser than any book they got out there. Go get your Fu Manchu, your Cali. Go get any. What's that old one in China?
Art of War.
The Art of War. Who else? Give me some more of they wise men. Huh?
Machiavelli, Confucius.
Confucius. That's a main one. They made movies about his words. Y'all, the world look at them words like they deep and heavy. When this is what's deep and heavy. This is deep. Let me tell you something. These laws and statutes give you the ability to survive and strive in complete captivity, man. You see your brother, he hates you, you hate him, but you see that his ox is about to fall in a ditch or is messed up. You still go and help him. What does that do? That breaks the hatred between brothers, man. Here's what we'll do. We'll go help the heathen do it. We'll help the heathen do it. And let me tell you something. That's why right now today on 125th Street, I saw the video, man. Big shout out to Sonetta, man, for putting out the video of how them heathens. Sonetta put the video out about how the heathens was taking over 125th Street. I never saw a Korean vending on 125th Street as long as I've been knowing about 125th Street. Sonetta found the Koreans on 125th Street vending and tried to disrespect him. Tried to run him off the damn block. He had to check their ass. They recently on the block had to check him, and the Africans was halfway doing the same thing. So this is the real stuff that help you. Real quick. Go ahead, you die. Let me finish real quick.
Verse 6. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause.
Right. You shall not rest the judgment of the poor in his cause. Meaning to rest the judgment means to just end the judgment, to just settle the judgment. But he's saying in his cause. Get me right on this, scholars. That means if a poor man come for judgment, you don't just let the rich run over the top of him, right or wrong?
That's right, sir.
You don't let the wealthy and the powerful step. Well, that's what happens with these brothers every day. That's why this brother got 25 years. They'll tell you in a minute, if you got money, you get less time in a case, right or wrong?
Come.
They say if you got a better lawyer, you get less time, correct? Well, that's what about us? Judgment gets rested on us every day. We don't get to fight the equal court. Remember the little Edomite that got drunk in his car and crashed the car and killed somebody? And the judge let him go, saying that, what did the judge say? Something to the effect like sending him to jail would have been too harsh for him or something.
I remember.
Yeah.
And it was because his daddy was wealthy in that town. Mm-hmm. So they let this bastard go, even though he had killed somebody. He was out the next week drinking and laughing and joking about the damn thing. You ain't supposed to do that. One more verse, y'all. Give me 7. Give me 7, you die.
Wakan, verse 7. Keep thee far from a false matter.
You supposed to keep from a false matter, man. You supposed to keep from a false matter. That's why that same DA that you mentioned, Haas, is running them cats up. He now catching all them crooked. He probably been knowing about them crooked cops, but he was a defense attorney and probably couldn't do nothing about it. But now that he's on the DA side where he can prosecute, he know about all that dirtiness they was doing.
Yeah.
You understand? Corruption is the tool that keeps the poor, man. Yeah, oppression and corruption, man. And in Christ's kingdom, it ain't gonna be none of that.
That's right, sir.
In Christ's kingdom, oh my God, my sword gonna be so sharp. I'm gonna have to tell you, back up. I don't want you to get cut. I don't want you to lose a finger. Because my blade gonna be sharp in that kingdom to put to death those that would undermine the work of the Most High and the work of Yahushua by doing this type of evil thing, man. Can I steal one more verse on it, y'all? Finish 7 and 8 real quick.
And the innocent and righteous slay thou not.
Right. The innocent and the righteous slay them not. Don't destroy the poor. But that's what this empire does, man. This empire slays and destroys the poor, man. You understand? And the Most High told them this, and he told it to them as we was coming out of Egypt. Why? Because Egypt was full of that type of corruption. So the Lord was telling us as we come out of Egypt, yo, rest the right judgment, man. Don't be cutting the poor off. You understand? In their matter, so to speak. You know what I mean? Handle that right. Because, brother, that's what will make us super, super powerful, man. That's once again, the Lord said that his law in us, the nations will see how wise we are. Huh? We way smarter than them, man. Ain't nobody smarter than black people and Latino people and Native Indian. Ain't nobody smarter, nobody wiser, nobody deeper, nobody. They just on top because it's a constant attack against you and yours by these different agencies and situations that go on. The perfect, and I know we're gonna get to it, General. I want to run roughshod, but a perfect example is when we get to this story of how they brought them Afghans over here. Our Mexican brothers are struggling, fighting war, and they bring them Afghans over here, brother. They said they had whole committees set up at the airports in Pennsylvania for the Afghans. They flew them Afghans straight out of Afghanistan in them C-17s, stopped them off in Germany in certain places, put them back on the plane and flew them right into Pennsylvania and other states, let them off the plane. Tons of them got money under the table, hundreds of thousands of dollars under the table for spying and all that. They coming to America out to be set up. You understand? And they're going to own a chicken joint right near. You're going to be wondering how they get the chicken joints and we ain't. Because they came over here with $100,000 in a damn duffel bag and got greeted with balloons and cheesecake and cheese steaks at the airport. They got whole committees for them. I ain't going to run on it. Let me finish this and give it back to y'all, gentlemen. Go ahead. Finish that one.
Colonel Khan, for I will not justify the wicked.
You're right. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise.
The gift blindeth the wise. Don't take no gift. Stand your ground. That's why I love the ISUPK. I love this place because the ISUPK always grinded it from the ground up. Always. Okay? Always grinded it from the ground up. You understand? We had to sleep on each other's couches, man, to get up out this hell. We had to, right or wrong, we had to feed one another. You understand? We had to damn near clothe one another. But following these laws, statutes, and commandments have waken up hundreds of thousands of brothers and sisters and gonna wake up many, many more. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord said, he used the wisdom of preaching to confound the wise. I'm paraphrasing. Finish 8. I'm getting up off it right now. Go ahead, Op.
Colonel Khan, and perverteth the words of the righteous.
And perverteth the words of the righteous, man. This book is the only book with the words that come from above. Every other book doesn't have those words that come from above. This book is the holy book. And we've been ignoring this holy book because we don't like what it says about us and our imaginations, man. You better give up them religious imaginations and you better go to God in your closet. That's what every black and Latino should do. Go in your goddamn closet, nigga. Push them shoes to the side. Excuse my French, y'all. Push them shoes to the side. Close the damn closet door with you, the Most High, and your simple behind. And you go ask the Most High, and he will show you this book is the holy book, man.
That's right, son.
Right.
You so busy looking at a nigga with a Rolls Royce and a big steeple on the top of his church and thinking you gonna find God that way. Nigga, go in the closet, man. Go talk to the Most High. And he gonna lead you right past one of these camps and you gonna wake the hell up and understand what the hell it is. You understand, for these 12 lost tribes, because we on our way to hell up out of here. I'm off of it, y'all. So what?
If I got one more thing I want to bring to you, Geno.
Please.
It's right on topic of what you're saying, right? This one thing happened to me one time I was in court. And I forget the exact court case, but I'm leaving out of there, right?
Right.
Something happened that I never forget that stays in my mind. The defense attorney, he gestured to the to the judge. And you know how you make the phone gesture to your ear?
Yeah.
Like that, he looked at the judge in front of everybody, did this and pointed to like call me. The judge shook his head, yeah. And I said, you got to be kidding me. And that's the first time my mind opened up that they all work together. Like, this is a hustle. Yeah, I mean, this thing here is, what's keeping everybody paid. They all know each other. It's all a game. If you get caught on a traffic infraction, right, they tell you for the first time or maybe the second time to plead guilty, and half that money will stay in the state will stay in the city and not go to the state. Half go to the state, half stay here. So they can keep that money in the city if you don't try to fight the charge. You know what I mean? I said, man, it's all a hustle and game. Like, this shit is a hustle. They getting over on people, man. You know what I mean? It opened my eyes up to what you're saying, so it's like.
Listen, you right. You so right. Like, it's like the things we said this many years ago. Y'all remember this? We said many years ago that the amount of ways that they have us entangled in this captivity is amazing.
Yeah, got them come.
Let's go on.
You done?
They need to stop it. Black doctors horrified by milk crate challenge and it's like injuring black youth sends message as TikTok bans videos of the challenge.
Now, y'all want to open up before me because my words may not be too kind about this one.
I mean, it's about silly as hell, General. I mean, they said this is about young people. I done seen old men. Like, they getting these old men to do these challenges out of fun. I guess offer them a few dollars, and they hurting themselves. This cat fell. He couldn't even describe the pain. It sounded like he was singing. He was hurting so bad laying there. He said, "Oh, I know, I can't." He said, "I don't know why, but he couldn't even get it out." He was saying, I said, "Well, why? Who is putting this brother through this?" You know what I'm saying? It's just silly to me. I only saw a few of the videos. So I get.
And let me go ahead. Somebody else was going to jump in for me.
Nah.
I was just going to say, okay, that it is okay. It makes me want to vomit, and I'll tell you why. Okay, it's bad enough you're gonna fall and bust yourself up. For young people, I guess it ain't as bad. They recover quicker than others, but some of them get really messed up. But okay, more so than that this is what burns me up about stuff like this, is that there ain't never a challenge to help us as a people. Like, it's gonna be a milk crate challenge for you to bust your behind on some stupid nonsense, or you gonna take a spoonful of cinnamon and halfway choke your dumb ass to death. And it seemed like every one of the challenges is some way for you to self-mutilate, self-harm yourself for the gratification of a few hits on the internet. For 15 minutes of fame on the internet, you're going to go and damn near destroy yourself trying to take on these damn challenges. When the hell are we going to come up with a challenge for Black and Latinos to help themselves with these damn crates? You understand? Like, I'm sure we can find better things to put in these crates to help each other. Like, why don't you take that crate home, go into your stinking ass closet, and take out all the things that somebody else could use, put it in them crates, and walk your ass down to the block where all the Black and Latinos that's homeless or about to become homeless. Why don't you do that? Why don't we have a challenge on how much we could fill up a warehouse with the things that we're gonna need when this devil starts to put forth the evictions on us? Instead, we climbing up the crates just to injure ourselves for a little fame on YouTube. And once again, it make me wonder who's putting all these challenges out. Like, look at this brother. Like, he gonna take a chance at paralyzing himself or injuring himself, all for the great. You got to be getting high. It is the dumbest and simplest thing to do. And here's why it's such a here's why it's such a successful thing. Like, this is as gay as it could possibly be. Like, this is why it's like they waiting to bust they behind. It's damn near like if you don't fall, you missing the point. Like you missing the damn point. Like my thing is this, like it makes me wonder who is putting these things out that's making us want to harm ourselves when there's so much more we could do. And this the part I was about to bring out. That here's what's psychologically evil about it. If psychologically evil nonsense like this allows you to forget that you are in captivity and these people are ruling over you. Like instead, fun is the replacement of serious national upliftment. Fun and jokes and games is the alternative to seriously taking care of your people, man. To kick them crates out up under a brother like that, especially an older brother, you could put that man in a wheelchair for life. Like this is his excitement. Like this is, look at it, he had to run a quarter mile because he was able to get off the damn crates. Like this is temporary joy while we dying in this place, while we withering away in this place, while the pandemic is killing us, while the kids done been put out of school, while the landlords is waiting to evict us, where the shelves on the supermarket are going lean, where you caught up in every religion and lie in the kingdom, where the pedophiles and homosexuals and transsexuals and every other demonic force sexually is on the rise and exploding all over the place. You worried about, can you at 50, 60, 70 years old climb up a bunch of crates just to fall down and damn near kill yourself? Like, and you gonna tell me come to your church? Come, you want me to come listen to your religion? And this is what you produce? This is what I'm supposed to be excited about? Damn that. I'm never coming to your church because it's a joke. It's a joke. And once again, that's why these young men that come up in their ISUPK, I know I talk about them a ton, but these brothers and sisters, these sisters too, now coming up in this UPK, they are gold because they not as light-minded as you. They not light-minded as you. They not simple. The scriptures speak about the simple, do they not, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
The scriptures speak about the simple, and that's what this is. Now, see this? This is what's real. Is that you die on the end there? It sure as hell is. God damn. Like this is what's real. Like you can get something done with this. You can get a street cleaned with this. You can get some food. You can get some food distributed with these brothers right here. You understand? You can get some people to the hospital or something else done.
So like,
come on.
If I could, ISUPK, if people haven't seen our food programs in the ISUPK, you know what's in our milk crates? Milk. Our milk crates are full of milk. We're passing them out and giving them out to the poor all over this nation.
Right.
So
right.
And General, I think you hit the nail on the head earlier. When you said they must be high. I think that whole milk crate and a lot of these challenges go hand in hand with this weed thing that's going on. Yeah, I mean, weed is becoming so. I walk out the house. I guess it's on every block in the hood. People don't. They taking the weed to their cars. They sitting in parked cars all over the neighborhood, sitting in parked cars. You come out, you smelling the weed, and you look around, and you might catch a few engines running in the car because they inside the cars. I guess they don't want to get the kids high. I don't know, but they sit in the cars now. A guy, old man, was painting on my block this week. And I'm outside. I said, "Who is smoking this early in the morning?" All I see is him painting, and I'm like, "Damn!" I'm checking, looking to see who in their car hiding and smoking. You know what I'm saying? And I look, it's the old man, early painting chairs, painting out of the house. I mean, he huffing and puffing his blunt too. I said, this thing, you know what I'm saying, is getting ridiculous. It's getting like challenges come from that.
Yeah. Like look at these.
You said.
No, I'm sorry, General. Go ahead, finish it.
I'm done, General. That was it. Sorry.
Salakia. Like, look at these goddamn boxes here. Like, this is why that milk crate challenge makes me want to vomit. Because once again, we still waiting on the Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons and these bootleg preachers and so-called fake black leaders, that's who we waiting on before we actually do something for ourselves. When brothers like the Gabar, this brother's all the way in St. Louis, and look how he getting down. He ain't apologizing. Look at all them boxes of stuff out. Like that's what should be in the milk crates. Look at them sisters out. Look how they moving on this thing, man. Look at all that gear back there. Look at behind that white tent. Look how long the damn table is. Is that bread? That look like bread and potatoes.
Oh, forget about it.
And all kinds of good stuff. Like once again, you could say what you want, but ISUPK, these is young men, man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? This ain't old heads. This is young men.
God.
Come on.
You understand? Like they know what the hell they doing.
Damn right.
And look at the captain up there ordering and directing and breaking it down. This is like, what in the hell are we waiting on, man?
Oh my God.
We're gonna wait till this cat destroy us completely. Like this is what the Bible really was teaching. Your preacher done undermined this, and your preacher done subverted this and turned that church into the gay parade, brother. When this is what it was meant to be. Like this, what you looking at on this screen is what God meant to come out of the earth when you study the Bible. This is what you're supposed to see when you study the Bible. And that's why people don't respect the Bible, because they don't see this. When this is what they should see, this is brothers and sisters out that come out of all walks of life. And look what they doing down there in St. Louis. I'm trying to figure out what is that back there on the left. He got bags and bags of something. And look how they organize. Look how he distributed them into every box, so that when a box go out, stuff from everywhere goes with the box. Look how he putting it in the sister's trunk. Putting several boxes in her trunk. Like once again, like when we gonna wake up and realize that we got to do for us? You understand? We could change the world we live in, man. I refuse to believe anything other than that. You understand? I refuse to believe anything other than that, man. Listen, he got the food bank running out there. Like that cat done captured the food bank because your preacher only was concerned about himself. He went and captured the food bank. Don't tell me about no milk crate challenge. This is another city, right? Is this the same city or a different city?
It's Nashville, Tennessee.
This is Nashville. Look at it. They're giving out shoes and all that. Look at this here. Them sisters gobbling. Look how them sisters grabbing them boxes, man. Kids grabbing stuff. Look at that, man. Don't tell me this UPK ain't the realest shit on earth. This is real, huh? Ain't nobody faking this. Ain't nobody playing and faking this. Ain't nobody acting like they ain't about this business, man. They about this business. Look how they talking to the brother. Look how they talking to the warrior. Trying to bring him out. Look at he talking about the pain he going through. Look how they kicking it with him, man. Giving him time. Trying to show him they there for him. Trying to solve his problems, man. Show him some love. This is what we supposed to be doing, man. And we doing it. It's the greatest place on earth, man. You can say what the hell you want. I don't even look at your religion as serious, man. I don't even look at these religions out here as serious, man. And ain't no femininity on these cats. Look at this cat here. There ain't no fem. You see that one West on his head? He about that business. He ain't. This ain't no game to him. You understand? Like this ain't about prancing and Jerry curls. This cat about saving this brother life right here. So I'm off of it, y'all. I just had to say that, man. Like big shout out to all the Hebrew Academy students. I hope you make it to the end. I know some of you, man, they just, it can be rough, man. I pray you hang in there and fight it through. Oh, man, we got old coming. This Jamaica. Excuse me, ISUPK Jamaica doing it as well. And they need it down there in them countries, man. Jamaica, Trinidad, all of that. We can move on. I don't want to stay on it. But they needed to see some of the realness, man. And this is just a small part of it. Everything that we do. You didn't understand. We had to teach brothers first, right or wrong, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We had to educate brothers so they can carry these things out and know the importance of carrying them out. And we sitting around having a crate challenge, man. What the hell are we waiting on, man? It's time to wake up. I'm done. Y'all go ahead and take it, y'all.
Officer in the car wants to say something.
Please. See if you can get him up on the mic.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat, General.
Go ahead, Warrior. Who's this? Who's that over there?
The car.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Warrior?
Who?
Talk up. Talk up. Get him on that mic. Talk up.
Sir.
There you go. There you go.
Larry Krasner, he actually, when he first got into office, a lot of people in the DA office was getting, they was getting kicked out. Like they boxes was getting filled up, and they was getting kicked out of downtown.
What you mean? Wait a minute. Say that part again.
Sir. Larry Krasner sent a lot of people home that was in the DA office on his first, within the first couple of days he was in office.
Okay.
Home because he said that they was corrupted. There's a Philly motivational speaker go by the name of Wallow 267. He was also incarcerated for 20 years, like most brothers. And Larry Krasner actually, they said total up to 1,000 years. That Larry Krasner got these brothers out. They was all in total served up to 1,000 years, and it had to be no more than 15 brothers out there. Salakia.
And listen, I mean, we ain't saying that brothers don't commit crimes, but brothers is paying for them crimes. Ain't nobody getting away with these crimes. Yeah. Go ahead, General.
Johnny Cochran said they asked him, said so you saying, because he was talking about just justice, period, and they said, so Johnny Cochran, it sounds like you saying in America if you poor you can't get justice. He just shrugged and said that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Yeah. If you poor, there is no justice for you in America.
Like that's what I'm talking about. And once again, who we gonna wait on until we get the right lawyers, the right judges, the right cities? And don't tell me them Christians, because them Christians they the ones kissing the defendant after the defendant murders a brother in his apartment. That black Christian bitch, excuse my French, came down off of that podium out and hugged and comforted a murderer. And never did that before, of course, but because that murderer was a white girl. It's like you can't seek any harm towards a white girl. It's like taboo. And meanwhile, all the black, let's not even mention the fact that she murdered that brother. What was his name? Botham Jean. Let's go past the fact that she murdered Botham Jean in his own apartment. What about all the black men and Latino men that was murdered over the years because of a false accusation by a white woman?
Yeah.
The woman that Emmett Till supposedly whistled at admitted before she died, admitted that it was a false charge and wrote it in a book, if I'm not mistaken. And not just them, but when we did the interview with Captain Mawakard's family, right before we did that interview, they came out and said that the people, there you go. Look at it. Look how comforting she is. Look how she wants to make sure the officer is okay. Like they monsters, man. And listen, and if they black and they think like them, they still a monster to you. Like this world hates us, man. Christ said they would hate you, but they hated me before they hated you. Did he not say that? Look at this here, the judge. Listen, and the judge had to wave off the security. She had to wave off the guard. Look how the guard's smiling. She had to wave him off like it's all right. Let her hug me. Look at this here. This is an abomination before the Most High. How many black men sat in them same places? And brother, because they was black, even the black people on the jury assumed he was guilty. God. Even the black men on the jury, the black women on the jury, just assume. And if you go to church, you hate a black man subconsciously. Like you taught to hate a black man in your subconscious if you a black woman. You don't believe me? Just shadow a black man in his everyday walks. Shadow him when he go into a store or a business or interact with a black woman. If she's a deep, holy roller church going, 9 out of 10, she hates black men. 9 out of 10, she hates black men. Even the movement, even the George Floyd movement. The George Floyd movement was run by lesbians who wanted to destroy the family structure. Like, you cannot win unless you serve the Lord. Look at this abomination right here. Listen, she's in duress to comfort this Edomite. And God knows what she's saying. This Edomite will probably be out in 2 years if she ain't out already.
I was going to say, General, and her appeals, they can use all this.
Yes.
All this in her appeal.
You so right, General. Like, this is what's wrong with this is why the Lord had to step in and destroy Egypt for this right here. And listen, and this is also why, just like Moses, just like Yahushua, we as black and Latino men must restore the old ways. Like the scripture says, seek the old paths. We got to go seek and restore the holy people of the Lord. And let me tell you something else too, man. If you're black, Latino, Native Indian, y'all cut me off anytime. But I'm going to tell you something. You better thank God that you're of the bloodline of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, because otherwise there would be no reason to save you. If you wasn't of that bloodline, it'd be over for you. If God didn't, once again, the Lord is so much wiser than man. If God didn't say anyone that have this bloodline is the holy people, you would be wiped out on the earth, because there'd be nobody who'd ever want to try to save you, man. Nobody would want to save you. This is what's got to stop among us. You understand? Like, she got to be kicked out of the institutions of God. She cannot be a preacher, a deacon, a elder mother, a preacher, nothing in the church, because this is what she gonna do. On the blood of Botham John, she's given the authority to bring judgment. She bringing scriptures. She bringing scriptures to the murderer, y'all. She bringing scriptures to the murderer. Listen, not giving a damn about the family who this broad murdered. Remember now, this murderer's family is sitting in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Like Botham John's mother sitting there crying with tears in her eyes. And this pig goes down there to comfort this murderer. Look, that's Botham John family over there on the left. Look at her attorney, crumping them. That's them over there. And now they zoom in. They over there talking about it. That's the mother right there. They talking about it. And meanwhile, look what she go and do. She go and bring the Bible to save the Edomite. She come off the judge's podium. Like, this is the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel. The uplifting of Christianity in this empire, man. I'm off of it, y'all. Salah.
Come.
Jake Paul beats Tyron Woodley via split decision in cruiserweight fight.
Y'all got to refresh me on this one. I don't know much about this.
Explain it.
Yeah, Conor Wakan, the YouTuber and celebrity Edomite Jake Paul, he beat former UFC champion Tyron Woodley in a split decision in yesterday's fight, sir.
Now, didn't they have a fight before this one?
Conor Wakan, it was his brother Logan Paul who fought Floyd Mayweather.
Okay. So now this cat fought a brother and the brother lost.
Yeah, Conor Wakan, the brother lost by split decision, sir.
Oh well. I mean, y'all can chime in on it. It was shameful.
Go ahead, sir.
I was just gonna say it was shameful.
It's a great white hype story, sir. That's all.
Come.
Thing is, some white boy that they pray one day will get strong enough and good enough to beat someone black. So it's a boxing match. He fought an MMA fighter, and he won. And he's probably going to make, $50 million on his next fight, because this gives everyone watching out there hope that a white man can beat a black man in boxing. So he will just get, probably $100 million probably in 2 fights, because this is the new great white hype in boxing, and this is as old as the 1800s or something like that when they started.
It's as old as Jack Johnson.
I'm seeing the same old thing, and this is just a cat off of YouTube that fights very old boxers. He picks out. He's in his 20s. He fights a boxer in his 40s or late 30s who's not even a boxer. This brother he fought is not a boxer at all, but he won. So now the next fight, he'll make $100 million because America loves just even the chance that they might get to see a white man beat a black man in a sport. And they love it, and it's very marketable. There is nothing more marketable in boxing than a white man who might be able to beat a black man. And and that's what this story is about, sir.
Listen, you're right. You're right. And to show you how wicked and unjust it is, okay, y'all get me right on this. I heard that they put Sylvester Stallone in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And he's listen, you gotta look that up. They put Sylvester Stallone in the Boxing Hall of Fame, and he's not a boxer. He's an actor. Like, they needed a white hope so bad that they just put the guy that pretended to be the boxer. They just put him in. Is that true? Can you look that up?
They put him in the boxing hall. They put him into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in New York, June 12, 2011.
Imagine that. He in the Boxing Hall of Fame. He ain't been in a ring. He ain't even fought an amateur fight.
Sir,
he's an actor.
So they should put Bugs Bunny in the Basketball Hall of Fame from that movie.
Yes. Yes.
He should go
there. There you go. Look, like he one of the fighters or something. And then listen, and it's so shameful. Like them brothers that have been fighting boxing since they 4 years old, getting their nose broken, running miles, sweating, having to go through battles, losing in the Olympics, sometimes having to win the whole Olympics to get up in here into the boxing world and then get into the Hall of Fame. This guy come out of Hollywood and they give him the same accolade they give them. I know them brothers are sitting up there like they putting a good face on, but they sitting up there like, who the hell is this clown? Which is once again how the empire works. Why the Lord said, do right judgment, man. He's sitting up there talking like he's, like he's Rocky. Look at him. Look, they putting his hand up like he didn't. Wait a minute. Was that Don King on the left? Don King sitting up there making it official. That was go. Slide. Let's see if that was Don King. Is that Don King on the left? Wait. Yes, it is. That's Don King sitting up there on the left, making the whole damn thing official. When this is an actor, man. And listen, an actor with cerebral palsy. This cat got like some type of cerebral. I think he got Bell's palsy or something. He's not even an athlete, man.
Salakia, sir. Commander General Yohanna.
Please, General Salakia.
Captain from Houston just texted me and said that the brother wants a rematch, right? Because the brother lost. But the only way that the white boy will give him a rematch is if the brother gets a tattoo that says, I love Rich Paul. What's his name? I love Jake Paul. And he has to get a tattoo or else the white boy won't give him a rematch.
Which once a
name tattooed on him to get a rematch.
And imagine that, like once again, an Edomite don't have no sensitivity for you. These bastards was branding us at one time, and you gonna tell a black man he got to get a tattoo when you was branding us at one time?
So you don't want to fight me again?
This is the video of him saying it right here, sir.
Play it, please.
I do. Hey, you old news, fam. You had your chance. Sorry. Logan. You had your chance. Fall back. You had your chance. I was nothing but respectful to you right now. You the one that got wobbled, almost sent through the rope. If these fucking ropes wasn't 7'2", you would have went through the ropes. I landed the power punches. You missed.
If you get the tattoo,
You're not scared running back.
If you get the tattoo, I love Jake Paul. Let's run it back.
Yeah. Let's go. Deal.
Listen, did he sit up there and say, "Yeah, let's go"? Like he's willing to get the tattoo?
That's what he said right there.
Like once again, like you said, Mommy, this is just for Showtime to make money because obviously they losing money in the boxing arena.
Yes,
after Mike Tyson, they pretty much went to crap.
Yeah.
So now they got to resort to this type of stuff so they can get a good white hope to make a few dollars on. For this brother to even agree to it is a damn joke. Agree to be branded a Edomite's name on you like a slave. You understand? He should be ashamed to even consider it. You understand?
He should have punched him in the face right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, he should have knocked all his teeth out his damn mouth for even saying it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And so it's a damn shame, and that's okay though. The Lord gonna raise up warriors in the right spirit, and when they get up in the ring, a white man ain't white. You gonna see white men quit rather than fight them. You understand? I might send you in there. Let us get about 20 million. You go in there and knock all the teeth out of everybody in that damn place. You understand? We pay the school bills for 5 years off. Maybe more. One fight. Knock that Edomite into the bleachers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a damn joke, man. It's a joke. And once again, anything, and you brought out a good point. You said it's the biggest thing in boxing to have a black man fight a white man because that's really all they care about. All they care about is their dominance over us. And that's one place out of many places that they have not been able to dominate us. And as a result, they desperately need it. So they have to create a way to try to dominate us. So what you coming with is so right and so strong.
And if I could give one more metaphor for how dominant our oppressor has to be over any of his enemies and how much he loves to see a white man beat a black man in boxing. An excellent metaphor is the war in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That war in Afghanistan has been going on for 20 years because it would have never been good enough just to punish the people who brought down the World Trade Center.
Yep.
Because they could have just did that. They could have structured that battle to strictly fighting the people who were the architects behind 9/11.
Yeah.
But that would have never been good enough for the average American citizen. The average American citizen needed to see the river run red with blood. They needed to see a country fall, 2 countries fall. And any president that would not have invaded Afghanistan and Iraq would have lost the presidency.
Yep.
Would have lost because George Bush Sr. lost. You remember that, sir?
Yep.
When he refused to invade Iraq.
Right.
Desert Storm.
No, he refused to invade Baghdad. He was in Iraq, but he wouldn't take Baghdad from him.
That's right. He refused to do it, and they called him weak and soft. They said he was weak because he would not take down Baghdad because he didn't. And his words, if I go into a Middle Eastern country, it's going to be hard to get out. So I'm not going to go in. And so he did not go in, and he lost the presidency to Bill Clinton.
You're right.
Clinton then went on a rampage against black people.
Yep.
He went straight to war with black people and throwing every black person in jail. And then when his father, George W. Bush, was in the White House, the son of George Bush, he knew not to make the same mistake of his father. He knew you have to give Americans blood.
Yeah.
They need it. You can't just say, well, I'll go find Osama bin Laden. I'll go take out Al Qaeda. That ain't good enough. Sir, remember back then, right? We were out on the street and we were speaking like the week after 9/11. It was the week afterwards.
I remember.
And we were out there and white people were coming up to us and saying, I want them to invade Iraq. This gasoline is too expensive. They should go in there and they should take all their oil. They should take every penny of their oil for 9/11. White people didn't want them just to have a controlled war that answered for 9/11. They wanted the Middle East to fall. They wanted to steal their oil, kill all of them. And if the president at that time didn't do it, he would have been a one-term president. And that's the same thing with this Jake Paul garbage. They need to see some white boy destroy black people because it represents them.
Yep.
In their mind, they're in the ring beating up black people. In their mind, it's like if America doesn't invade 3 countries over one terrorist attack, which was basically a criminal act, it wasn't even an act of war from another country. It was just a criminal act by perpetrators.
Yep.
They invaded 3 countries because they had to. Because Americans need that. They need that. They have a bloodlust that won't be satisfied. And so because of that, you're going to always have some white boy making $100 million for pretending to fight a black person.
Yep.
Rocky, for just pretending to fight somebody black because it makes everyone white feel good. It raises their self-esteem and they love it. Salakia, sir.
So true. Give it up. Where we going, you die?
You die.
Colonel Wakan, sir. U.S. says drone kills ISIS bombers targeted Kabul airport. A U.S. drone strike blew up a vehicle carrying multiple suicide bombers from Afghanistan's Islamic State affiliate on Sunday before they could attack the ongoing military evacuation at Kabul's international airport.
So, sir, this is the story about some ISIS member that was going to blow up a car or something, and he got killed in a drone attack, him and about 3 kids. There's another story where they killed another ISIS-K member. I don't know what in the hell ISIS-K is, but it's some new ISIS called ISIS-K. And they killed 3 of them and killed 9 little babies that were in the car as well. According to them, he was about to make a terrorist bomb or transporting bombs. That's it, you die. Next. Go ahead. See me one more time, bro. Time of order, please. Go ahead.
Conditions for migrant children no better under Biden.
Like once again, boy, oh boy, if you're not wake now, I don't know what it would take for you to wake up. Because what they did for the last 5 years to the Mexicans and the South Americans, the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel, what they did to them was the amount to a Holocaust. And now the Afghanistanians are getting flown out of Afghanistan on C-17 cargo planes.
Oh, yeah.
And landing in your friendly neighborhood communities around the country. Nice Midwestern communities. And they get in housing and all that. And just imagine, they don't have to apply for immigration. They don't have to go on the DACA list. None of that. They going straight through with the paperwork. The paperwork is being done for them. They don't even speak English, some of them. But they don't have to worry about they don't speak English. They got translators waiting for them. They said they met them at the airport with balloons and apple pie and things like that, just to make them feel welcome. And you should have heard the spokesperson. I wish I had the clip, but you should have heard the spokespeople saying how, we want them to feel welcome. We know they come from tragedy. I mean, a complete opposite. Meanwhile, the Mexican and the Latino brothers and sisters, you stripping their children from them and putting them in cages, man. You understand? And you telling me to believe in anything in this cruel world? I'd rather believe I'd rather believe in Martians than believe in anything in this kingdom. And I don't believe in Martians, just for those of you that might get caught up. And I don't believe in it. Like, to believe in this place and in anything around this place is to be blind and simple as hell. Like in here, you better believe in the Most High in Christ, because he's the only like if not for the Bible and the Lord's prophets, no one would care about what happened to these brothers and sisters in Mexico. No one would care. Meanwhile, the Taliban are walking around their country, back in charge of their country. They walking with the rifles through the street, putting law and order back in the way they want it, living their best life. Right now, the Taliban is living their best life right now. But they done kicked the U.S. out of there, and they having a ball taking over the country. They robbing and pillaging and killing and doing whatever, raping and doing whatever the hell they feel like doing in their own damn country. And meanwhile, we won't even help ourselves with wisdom from the Most High to fix our situation. Them Afghans coming over, and they said that they airlifted, man, I'll show you how amazing. They airlifted over 1 million Afghans in that short period of time. 1 million. Shipped them into Europe, into America, all over the place. And brother, got them set up, housing, food, expense money, all of that. Meanwhile, they acted like we had to keep the borders closed and we can't get nothing done. You can't get Kamala Harris to go to the border. But them Afghans flying in here like crazy. You understand? They'll be the next one, you know, serving up your halal food and your Lincoln Fried Chicken.
Yep, gonna come.
And eventually your Popeyes and who knows what else, because they being taken care of by the empire. You're not. Yeah. The only one gonna take care of you is the Most High. You understand? Right. That's the only one gonna take care of you, and which is why the Most High is sitting back waiting and saying, when you gonna turn to me? Yeah. When you gonna turn to me? And you should have seen what they built in Kabul since then. Have you seen Kabul? You go and get some real footage of Kabul. Kabul looked like you know, Florida. Mm-hmm. That little footage they showing you, that's them little outskirts. But Kabul, brother, got high-rise buildings that, man, like this ain't the real Kabul. This footage here, this ain't the real Kabul. They show you the real Kabul, brother. That they up in there, they got skyscrapers and restaurants and cafes. They done built all kind of stuff over there to set themselves up in that empire. Look at that. This is the real Kabul. See this here? Jewelry stores, and they all set up and got their little Western haircuts. This is the real Kabul right here. This is how they really live it. You know what I mean? Shelves stocked up, plenty of whatever trinkets they love to sell over there. Yeah. That's how they living over there, man. You understand? That's how they living over there. And now the thing that plundered back into the Taliban's hand, and 20 years of war and death. And meanwhile, we suffered 20 years of Oxycontin. You understand?
Come.
Like we suffering 20 years of Oxycontin. Meanwhile, they shutting everything else down. That's a good point. Barack Wana out of Canada. Big shout out to her. You're right. Meanwhile, they turning the Levites away and got their guns out and said after that earthquake, they told the Levites, don't dare try to come up to the Florida coast. Like they didn't want another boat lift of Haitians running into the United States. Look at Afghanistan. Look at that. Sha mulula lula hoo. That's Afghanistan. That's it now. After 20 years. This is it. This is Afghanistan after 20 years. They was living good in Kabul with the U.S. Taliban getting ready to get rid of all that now. That's about to become fire. Well, look, Skechers. Look at Skechers is in Kabul. You can go out and get a fresh pair of Skechers to run through the desert in Kabul.
We take Visa, MasterCard.
Right. Accepted anywhere you are. You know what I mean? Look at all the big perfume companies in there eating good. God. Chanel and Versace and all the good perfume and Hugo Boss. Look at Hugo up in there and all the rest of them. You understand? Wow. Living good in there. That's Kabul. That's the real Kabul. They don't show you this footage too much. because they want you to think it's a struggling desert country. When meanwhile they rich as hell, and now the Taliban got the thing back. It's what's happening to us and what's happening to the 12 tribes is just shameful on another level. And at the least we could do is come together as a people and serve the Lord and help ourselves. And damn you that go out there and try to shame these brothers who willing to put their lives and weekends and they heartache and they suffering and they money on the line, you understand, to try and do something great in the name of the Most High in Christ, man. Damn you, man. You know what I mean? Look at it. Look at this. Look at them Afghan sweaters. Y'all want a nice cardigan or something? There you go. There you go. Nice old good Afghan stuff. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. That's what they built in 20 years. You know what I mean? That's what they built in 20 years over there. And America wants, look at this, Paris Valley. Look at the Paris Valley. Every perfume, and look at it. Look at it. Even the mullahs coming in. Look at it. He looked like he crawled out of a cave to get some Versace. He go, look at it, just for men. You can get the beard dyed and everything. Like he gonna get you straight. You know what I'm saying? Look at all that Revlon. Look at Revlon up in there with y'all. Look at Revlon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's really going on. And you're gonna tell me that we should not care for our own, man? We better hurry up, because in a minute, brother, they might decide. Who knows what they might decide? So I'm off of it. Salaki, y'all. I ain't mean to run on it.
And if I could, sir, I tell you what, this is an excellent example of that many people around the world might not see. America accepted the Afghans, brought 132,000 over here, another 400,000 over to Europe and other places in the world, rejects the Mexicans, rejects the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians. If it doesn't show you anything, it should show you one thing. The Mexicans and the Haitians are brothers.
That's right.
You should see that.
That's right.
Right now, they're sitting in their condition. You're not going to tell me that the brothers in Haiti aren't sitting there starving and suffering, begging for help from America, and they're being absolutely rejected. And they see what's happening in Afghanistan. They see how the Afghanistani people are being accepted with love. All of the reasons that prohibited them from bringing the Mexicans to America, that doesn't apply to the people from Afghanistan. They don't care about the COVID-19. They don't care about vetting everyone to make sure they're not terrorists, not drug dealers. They don't care about any of that. They're extending hospitality to them, hospitality they never extended to the Haitians or the Mexicans. What does that tell you? That the Haitians and the Mexicans are brothers. They're one. And that's the key to all of this, is to stop marching and looking for America or Great Britain to love you, but to see that we are the people hated by everyone else. So that in itself should be good enough reason for us to love each other.
Right.
That should be good enough itself. The Mexicans and the Haitians have to see that they're related.
Damn right.
They got the news, right? If you sitting in Haiti begging to come to Florida, and you see that they're airlifting the people from Afghanistan into America, and if you're sitting in Mexico with your son in a cage, then you have to see how they're treating the people in Afghanistan. You and the Haitians have a lot in common, man. The Mexicans and the Haitians have a lot in common. You are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the chosen people of God.
Damn right.
And you have to see it. Lock you, sir.
Damn right. Go ahead, you die.
Well, if I may, sir, just to piggyback off of what General Muhammad was saying and what you were saying, sir, was so heavy. Cuba is also going through something similar. Like Cuba is in turmoil right now because they're completely been overpowered by the COVID-19. And, you know what I mean, the Cuban government is really terrorizing our brothers and sisters of the tribe of Manasseh, and they're getting ready to brace for another hurricane, sir. Salaki.
Forget about it. Exactly. Like before you, like the Bible says, we are the nation not desired.
Yep.
Nation not desired. Gather together, O nation not desired. And that's what everyone should learn. There is no strategic reason for America to love the 12 tribes of Israel. None.
Right.
There's no gain in it. In essence, all of the 12 tribes, we are all one big charity case. We're all like lost puppies or alley cats. You know, the Democrats feed us, the Republicans want us put to sleep.
Yep.
We're just alley cats. Sometimes they like us because they want to pet us. Sometimes they're tired of having to feed us.
Come.
We're a charity case. While the Arabs, the Africans, all of the different races all around the world, they have a strategic reason to give them help. They have pity on you, or they have no pity on you. Now, because of that, we better turn to each other.
That's right.
All look to one another. You Mexicans out there, you better look to Haiti, man. If you're a Mexican, I know your condition is grave, but you better look to Haiti and think about Haiti. You Haitians out there, you better see those Mexicans in cages, and your compassion better go to them. And let me tell you something. If you're from the tribe of Judah, do you want to change the world? If you're a black or a black man, you treat the fact that Mexicans are in cages just like you would treat a situation where a cop has his knee on one of our necks.
Right.
When a Mexican is going through something, treat it like they were black. Act like that was a black person. A black person got murdered. Colin Kaepernick and the majority of black people were angered and upset and galvanized over it. We should feel the same way about the Mexicans in cages.
Right, sir.
We should feel the same way about them. And if black people could do that, if we could have the same anger that we have for when one of us is killed, if we felt that same anger for when an Hispanic is killed, or a Haitian is killed, or a West Indian, man, this nation would come together, man.
That's right.
This
sir.
nation would rally to us. They would rally to us because they would see that we love them. The tribe of Judah doesn't show the Mexicans or the Haitians or the West Indians any love because we don't give them any anger when they're offended the way we get offended. Black people absolutely know how to get angry. It's one of our gifts, anger. But we only use that anger for other black people. We never give that anger to the babies in cages or to the poor brothers and sisters being slaughtered on the border or to the Haitians in the earthquake. All of our anger we use for ourselves. And because of that, our brothers from the other 12 tribes, they don't think we love them and they don't come together. We better notice that the Afghanistani people, they have a protector. The Arabs have a protector. The Africans, forget about it. The Chinese and the Africans are coming together right now in total love and togetherness, and they're going to unify the entire continent of Africa with the new Silk Road. Look it up. It's from the Chinese are doing it, and the Africans are getting rich. They're going to make highways cutting through that entire zoo you call Africa.
That's right.
Africans are getting help because there is a strategic reason for the Chinese to help Africa. But who in the hell do we have? All we have is each other. All we have is each other. Salakia, sir.
Damn right.
I've noticed over the years, General Khan. And listen, and politicians, I mean, in America, I mean, they blatantly ignore us. You don't understand? I remember it was two incidents I noticed on national TV that showed me that these Edomites in America, they blatantly just ignore our plight because, like the general saying, there's no benefit to it. One was when they was talking about during Trump's era, during Trump's presidency, the Democrats and the Republicans arguing on the TV. So and one of the Democrats, he started going to he went into the Republicans and said, but what about how we got America? How about America? There was bloodshed. What about how we got America? And the Republican cat said, he said, like, Bill, come on, Bill. You're more intelligent than that, Bill. You're more intelligent. And it was like this cat shut down. Like he was starting to go into something that you are forbidden to go into publicly and nationally.
Yes.
Let alone all the times, you know, things about blacks and Hispanics and what the police are doing and different things in our plight that was brought out on national TV. And it's always, well, I haven't heard about that, but we should be discussing that. It should be
right.
And that's their brush off. You understand? But if you ain't paying attention, it's like those are the ways they brush us off. You know, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Or, you know, you more intelligent to be bringing this up, Bill.
Come. Like, don't let that shit out.
Come.
You know, man. Give it up, y'all.
Hey, you know, what y'all bringing out and what you brought out is so heavy. It reminded me of something that happened years ago. Once again, back when I was my old life, when I was working on that slave I had, right? And what was brought out, General Hyman, General Ayak, yourself, sir, was on a high level as far as the government, right? Let me give you what happened down here amongst us regular folk. And one time we had a meeting at an old slave I had, and I was working as law enforcement, right? And they was trying to just get some things together. So they was talking about issues amongst each other. You know what I mean? Amongst going on. And it was black and white. Same thing, right? And I never forget this one person said, and we talking about things that we don't like and what's going on and the changes that got to be made. And they said, y'all got to leave that in the past. That was back then. Don't none of that matter. Like that thought process starts with the government and it comes down and trickles down to the every regular day oppressor. They all feel the same way. And they don't want to touch that part. Like what we feel don't matter. It's in the past, let it go. You know what I mean? I remember that conversation, and I remember the person who said it, and they all agreed. Like all they Edomites agreed that, yeah, we should let it go. We should let that go, let the past go, don't bring it up no more. Why y'all harping on the past? It's a new day and age.
Listen, what you saying is so right, Oz, and it's so what runs through this empire. Like that runs through this empire. What runs through this empire is the constant spirit of you black people stop being angry, let that go. Remember, for years on the street, they would be like, slavery is over. Why you still going on about slavery? Yeah. Slavery was in the past. That went on for years on the street to where they would constantly try to shut that down because that is exactly what they don't want. They don't want to talk about color. They don't want to talk about slavery. They certainly don't want to talk about the disparages in law enforcement. They want you to forget. You always got to forget what they did for so many years because they're supposed to be in the past. And then they go out and do the exact same thing in today's world. They're doing the exact same thing that they was doing in the 70s and in the 60s and before that. So nothing has changed, but yet you still got to be the one to always let that go. You always hopping supposedly on something that is old and has been resolved and you need to let it go and blah, blah, blah. When meanwhile, it hasn't gone away. It's still going on every day in America today. Like cops are still pulling black men out their cars. Brothers are still getting wrongful lengths of time in jail. Racism against us is still constantly going on. White women are kept being caught every day on camera calling the cops with false charges on black men. The shit has become, excuse my French, is becoming regular now. Is now that the cameras is out, it's like a regular thing where they calling the cops every minute to get some black man locked up. You understand? To where some cops even got tired of it. So what you're saying is so true and so right because that's exactly what they was pressing and constantly getting you to put that thing down. And like we used to talk about, they didn't tell it. You go and tell the so-called Jew to go back and live under the Nazis in Germany. Tell them that they got to let that go and work together with the Nazis and have one nation and bring justice and forgive them every time they pull a Jew out of his car and bust his head open or kill him wrongfully. Tell them to go do that. They'll laugh in your damn face. They'll laugh in your damn face. But that's what we're being taught and told to do. And the churches is the one helping it when we should turn to the Most High and help ourselves, man. What you saying is so the spirit of this place. It's damn near the spirit of this place that they want us to stop talking about the things that happen to us. You got, that's why when we come out with it, what do they say? But you got opportunity. that you didn't have back then. You got opportunities. Listen, black men were going to black colleges in the 1800s. This ain't a new opportunity. We were building colleges in 1865. We were building them universities just for black people because we couldn't go to the white one. So them opportunities that they claim we got now, we had in the 1800s. We had in the 1800s. The only difference was that we didn't have them intermingle with them for them to steal it. But when they realized how prosperous we was, how well we were doing without them, they said, oh no, we got to get rid of them. We got to get rid of them and make them intermingle. They got to come together. That's why the empire don't like countries like North Korea. You know why they don't like North Korea? Because any country that isolates itself can strengthen itself against you. And they don't want that. They want your economics tied in with the world economics. Because if your economics is tied in with the world economics, then when they get mad at you, they can cut you off. But if you're isolated, then they can't cut you off because you're already isolated. And that's what makes you stronger. And they don't like that. And it is also why the Lord called us holy and told us to separate from these nations, because that's what makes us strong. That's what makes us powerful. Us building our 12 tribes of Israel back up to serve the Most High, and the Most High coming in. And listen, by now we should see the Most High is in it, because damn, all you got to do is look at the Delta variant. Man, the Most High is coming down on this place like something vicious. And who knows what else is next coming around that corner. We said this on the first run with the pandemic. Who knows what's coming around the corner, man?
That's right.
So that was it.
I'm going to bring something to your memory, right? Something you said when you was out there teaching out in D.C. You know what I mean? Going up against, I think it was when Obama was elected, I believe. I think that was it. When the Edomite came up there and admitted to you that the closer we get to them, they keep raising the bar on us so we can't reach where they at.
I remember that.
We had a whole battle with this cat out in the street about what was going on, and he came out and said it. You're right. The closer y'all get, they reach the bar higher so you can attain or be like them.
Yep, that's exactly what they do. It's all a damn joke. And once again, unless we help ourselves, then like we have done more to raise black men out of the dirt than any black organization in America, man.
That's
right. And it's amazing to me that no other black organization even knows how to take brothers off the street and really change their lives. Like, they have invested in it. But the Israelite School of UPK does it all the time and spreading into other countries doing it. And they don't even understand how we could do it. And yet they got the Bible sitting right in front of them. It's a damn joke, man.
Forget about it.
Let's keep going.
Come.
Anxious tenants await assistance as evictions resume.
Not if you're from Afghanistan, sir.
Yeah, not for them.
Not them.
They gonna get nice, warm, fresh, new apartments. They're gonna take many of Jake's apartments. That's what they're gonna do. And I guarantee you, they being told that they get resettled in America. They being told, don't get mixed up with the blacks. They'll bring you down. Don't get mixed up with them. Don't get mixed up with the Latinos. They'll bring you down. You understand? And so they don't have this problem. But this, what Yediah is about to read, and Black America should take note. What Yediah is about to read is a Black and Latino Holocaust. He is reading the opening salvo of a Holocaust. Go ahead, Yediah.
Colonel Khan, 6 months after Congress approved sending tens of billions of dollars to bail out renters facing eviction, South Carolina was reaching its first tenants, all 9 of them. Like most states, it had plenty of money to distribute, $272 million, but it handed out just over 36,000 by June. The pace has since intensified by South Carolina still only distributed $15.5 million in rent and utility payments as of August 20th, or about 6% of its funds.
Come. Like, brother, it's going to be a Holocaust. They said that New York City got several 100,000 evictions on the books after this pandemic. And these monsters will happily put you in the street. Happily. And once again, they're going to put you in the street regardless of the pandemic. They're going to put you in the street and the cops will still be telling you wear a mask. You'll be sitting on the sidewalk with your furniture, your children, and your clothes, and them bastards will still be saying, put a mask on. Put a mask on. Because they ain't really worried about the mask if it means throwing you in the street. The only reason they haven't done it is because they're not fully prepared for the chaos and pandemonium that's going to take place. Not to mention the economic destruction that's going to be part and parcel of that. Meanwhile, what are we doing? We as a people are trying to do the milk crate challenge. They about to evict millions of black people and Latino people around this country, and we worrying about the milk crate challenge. We worrying about that. And in the midst of a pandemic, why the hell would you want to end up in a hospital anyway? I don't want to have to go to the hospital for for being a dumbass. Like going to the hospital because you climbed up on a bunch of milk crates and bust your behind is about stupid as you could be during a pandemic. And it tells you that, and you know what it tells you? It tells you that a small number of us are easily controlled right through the internet. Like those of you that take that challenge and harm yourself, you are easily controlled. All somebody got to do is put something on the internet. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me when they had them people playing that, what's that card game they had them playing?
3-Card Molly?
No. It was like a war game that they had playing with cards. I want to say Minecraft, but I don't think that's it. But it was some kind of game where you play cards and you have challenges. At one point, they had you going out to find stuff.
Was that the Pokemon?
What challenge was that? But they had you know when they had you had like places you would go on the street. They would it was the Pokemon cards, sir.
Using your cell phone.
Was that one of them?
Yeah, it was the Pokemon cards.
And people were getting hit by cars running
right
to find the Pokemon.
Right, like them type of things. Those are that shows you are weak and easily controlled. Like this is shameful right here. This is shameful, and it shows you for a little bit of excitement, you'll put yourself in a wheelchair. You'll put yourself in a wheelchair for a little bit of excitement when there's so much these brothers and sisters could be doing with themselves and for themselves and for their kingdom. And it is why this man rules over us out with very little challenge except for the Israelite school of UPK. Like look at this, man. Young, strong brothers. Look at this stupidity that they got and got us doing it right off the internet. They didn't even have to come to your neighborhood. They brainwashed you right over the internet to do the so-called challenge.
That's why the Lord says, "So how long will you simple ones love simplicity, man?"
Damn right, damn right.
To see this goofiness going on, how long are we gonna keep loving this, man? They can get and get treated like fifth-class citizens. They give us a dumb challenge, and we take it like at the end of the day to go have fun instead of judging the real issue, man.
Look at this cat for doing the challenge. Look at him. He's sitting up in a hospital bed where he can end up with the COVID and for climbing up on some damn crates. You understand? Like right now in that park should have been a class on how to have better male and female relationships.
Right.
10 best ways to raise a child. You understand? How to organize a food bank in your neighborhood. All that could have been going on. Instead, everybody climbing up on a bunch of milk crates for people to film you busting your ass coming down on the milk crates. Like that's what it's for. You understand? Which is the dumbest shit in the world. Look at that there.
Hey, you know, another thing, what you're saying is so heavy. They giving us this crate challenge, right? like the droves, while, like you said, in a minute, them Afghanistan's gonna be in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Getting money, paying off us, like all the other people they go to war with and conquer or make a deal with.
Yeah.
Deal, and that party they get is us.
That's right.
Practice, they give us the crate challenge, and we take them to it like droves while they behind our back, giving them whole communities, man.
Exactly.
Evictions being lifted, we getting thrown in the street, they getting placed right in these houses.
And now some stinking Afghan, some desert jockey is going to be the one trying to sleep with your daughter and teach her about a religion that comes from the other side of the world that had her people in slavery in the past.
Yeah.
And guess what? And they'll be, go ahead, General Salaki.
And pulling guns on our kids because they think they're stealing out of their stores.
Exactly. Like, once again, all that got to come to an end. And listening to stupid ass black leaders will never get us there. Listening to the dumbest ass black leaders will never get us there. The Bible is the greatest book that was ever written by the hands of the Most High for blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. It was such a blessing to have these records, because otherwise you wouldn't know how to get out of this hell. You wouldn't have a clue on how to get out of this hell. Go ahead. And something else, this thing, you see what this crate challenge, this illustrates the absolute need for black and Latino fathers in the household. This illustrates. This illustrates how important it is and necessary to have black men, Latino men in their households controlling the family structure, man, and why they are so necessary. They need to be taught, and their children need to be taught. You understand? Because there's way more production we could be doing than this here. All the things we could be sending the brothers in prison, like instead of being on these crates, watching and waiting for this brother to harm himself, you understand? We could all be sitting down writing and communicating with brothers in prison right now who's in prison on a million unjust charges. Instead of waiting for a white man from Amnesty International or some other white group to go in there and fight and spend $1 million to fight a court case to get some brother freed after he'd been in jail 30 years. Maybe we could do something about it. Maybe we can come together and do something about it. And brother, these are ideas that come straight out of the Bible. And if you don't believe they work, all you got to do is look at the early Christians that was under Christ who were black. Okay? In the early days of the so-called Christian church, the real church of Christ, not this clown act we got going on, our brothers and sisters, man, did amazing things for each other, came together and shook Rome to its knees because we came together to help one another, man. Go ahead, Yadai, you got it.
If I could say one more thing about just
Please,
the crates, and I bet Esau is right now and probably in the works of passing some secret bill to put these people in jail, to arrest them and lock them up for these crates. It'll be a law soon, just because they see so many of us doing it, and then they ban it and make a law against it just to put us in that cage.
Or they're gonna make money off the crates.
Oh, knowing him,
yeah. Knowing him, you know what I mean. I won't be shocked if you're gonna go into Walmart and them crates will be 50 cents a piece.
You there?
They need pretty much everything. Right now, Haitians in Atlanta devastated by earthquakes' impact on family share what they're doing to help others, and how others can help too.
Go ahead, y'all.
These are some brothers in Atlanta, some Haitian brothers that live in Atlanta, just trying to reach out for some help because, of course, they have real problems, real serious problems. And so now they're suffering from what happened, of course, with the earthquake in Haiti. Do we have a death toll yet on Haiti? Can we find that, someone? See if we can get a Mayaka Haas or find out how many people died in Haiti because of the terrible earthquake that happened in Haiti. And, of course, the state of Florida is not allowing the Haitians to come and get safety over there in Florida. So they're suffering, and now average American citizens are having to donate their money to help Haiti because the American government will not. So that's happening right now in Atlanta, and of course now the hurricane just left. I don't believe Atlanta was a place where the hurricane hit. Is that right, sir, or not?
No, it hit down in Louisiana. It first took ground in Louisiana, but it probably is hitting over there because of the the rainfall, the fallout.
So now, of course, these are some brothers in Haiti that need help. They need help because of their family members. They live in Atlanta, but their family members in Haiti are suffering and receiving no help from the American government.
And just imagine, if you will. Sorry, General, was you done?
That was it.
I was just gonna say, if I could you imagine if all of the Haitians cried out and said, "Man, we need help," and imagine if the 15 million blacks in America, the 11 million Latinos in America, and all the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean islands, both black and Latino, came together and decided that they was going to help Haiti. It ain't a government on this planet that would be able to stop them from feeding and clothing and housing and rebuilding Haiti. I dare you to try to stop 50 million people from helping the Haitian people. And if the 12 tribes came together under Christ, that's how it would go down. They would just come to council and say, "Look, man, we want to help Haiti." And the council would give them approval, and you'd have 50 million blacks and Latinos descending on your doorstep talking about, "We here to help the Haitians, man." And before you know it, Haiti would be up and running like you never seen before. Like, once again, we still waiting on a slave master and that cesspool of evil, the Christian church, who, by the way, is down in Haiti, okay, with little BS programs, but getting a truckload of cash from the United States government while they down in Haiti, forcing the Haitians to be sterilized. And also, that's right, they having them in return for aid, they have to take abortion medicine, okay, so that they could depopulate. And not only that, they down there molesting children, and basically kidnapping children. They down there doing both of those. Okay, you got to get down. You jammed up. You good?
Yeah, you got you there.
That is pretty much everything.
Colonel, say it again, sir.
I meant to say Marah Salakia. I can't hear you, Marah. You good?
Colonel Khan, so I grabbed this. There was
okay, excellent. The water, like that, like they wouldn't be able to stop that. You understand what I'm saying? You got more on this out, or y'all want to move on?
Sir, if I could, I know General Muhammad, you asked for the death toll, right? I looked it up on USA Today. The death toll is up to 2,200 people.
A lot of people out.
Yeah.
And that country has suffered a level of poverty out that is ridiculous. With all the wealth in the Western Hemisphere, for the Caribbean islands to be so poor and struggling so hard is an absolute joke. Which is why on Christ's return, ain't nobody gonna feel bad. That's why the scriptures say in Isaiah that he does not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities anymore, because they're going to think back at all the horror that was done by this man, and they're going to say, "Man, we ain't never let this man rise again." You know what I'm saying?
And if I could, think about how long these countries have been allies with America and how Afghanistan has not. I mean, Mexico has been an American ally, brother. My God, what, since 1903 or wow?
Yeah,
19 that, and Haiti has been an ally of America since their revolution.
Yeah,
since their revolution, Haiti has been an ally of America, and Mexico, forget about it. Mexico and America have been allies since 1900, God knows when, They've been strong allies, sharing a border, going back and forth with trade and diplomacy forever.
Yeah.
Forever. And still it doesn't matter. Still they choose some country in Afghanistan on the other side of the globe than their neighbors right here in the same hemisphere.
You're right. It's ridiculous. It's a joke.
That's why, sir, if I could, the scriptures say that that when Christ returned, it says, "And righteous does he judge and make war." Like the impending judgment coming on the earth, everybody earned this, man. And it's right that Christ come back and do it because you earned what you got coming.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a travesty, man. They shouldn't be living like that. And they got the means to stop it, but they choose not to. So now when our king come and your seal is fated, your fate is sealed, you earned that fate. Like you work for it. Slocky, sir.
And if I could, our blacks and Latinos have to better wake up. Instead of investing in that disgusting church you invest in, where child molesters, they said, wait a minute, I don't know if we did this story. They had a preacher who they had to ban the children from the church because the preacher was a damn child molester.
Yes.
And so since he had a sex offenders charge, they had to ban the children from the daggone church so that he could be up in there. So instead of investing in that disgusting institution, why don't we invest in us as a people? Like, we should invest in us. Then we'll have something. Okay.
Sir, if I could, I think you just got to the root of the crate challenge. I think I just heard you do it just now. Because what I believe is that I think Christians look at their lives and I think they think to themselves, they do a whole lot of things more dangerous than walking up them crates. I think all of them plotted out in their mind, like, well, I go to church. The pastor is a child molester. I eat pork, I eat shrimp. I don't care about health. I don't even care about dying from the COVID-19 virus. I'm not even vaccinated. I think black Christians, like, I smoke weed, I sniff cocaine, I smoke crack. I married a man. Listen, do you know black women are going to meet a man in jail?
That's right.
And they'll start flirting with him in prison, bring him out of jail, move him right into the home with their daughter. They'll leave their husband and bring some stranger in their house to babysit their kids.
Yep.
I think black people look at their life and go, shit, a crate. That's a small thing compared to how I'm living. A broken ankle? A broken ankle. They worried about that, a broken ankle? I smoke weed, smoke crack, sniff coke, sip syrup, go to church, and play football.
And molest children and all that.
And it's football season now, sir. They're going to get on the field. How many more are going to die playing football in the crates? You might want to do math. Go check that math out to see how many more people die with their and end up in a wheelchair from football, and that's for free. At least with the crates, they give you $50 or something like that if you make it to the top. I think black people look at their life and say, our life is already reckless. And the hell is the difference? Like, what is compared to being black? Like, being black is a life of complete neglect to precaution and care in every way. So why not have some fun? I think the church is the root of it, because definitely going to church is dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
That's
Everybody
true.
gets it, Maya. It is fun in there, Maya.
You're right.
It's dangerous as hell. You're probably going to get molested in there. And your wife is probably going to leave you because you go to church. But it is fun. It is fun. Why not? It's a lot, sir.
And that's why what you said is so heavy, what you've been saying, sir. We need a black man in every household, not a black man in a White House, man. Fight that evil going on. I never forget the time when my father made a decision in our family. He said, ain't no more church going, ain't no more that shit. Excuse me. He said the SAT word. No more of that. We ain't going no more. And that was it. My mom had grew up in the church, XYZ. He said, we ain't going no more. And guess what? We never went back and stepped foot into the church ever again. He meant those words. Sunday morning, he had to listen to the radio. Because wasn't nobody going nowhere near in the church. He got tired of all the BS and the evil going on. He said, you know what? No more. This family ain't going no more. We never did.
Man. Let me tell you.
And we need more of that in the community, man. More brothers taking charge of the household to stop this evil going on, man. And stop these shenanigans and take charge once again, like how the Lord prescribed in the Bible.
Let me tell you. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead. No, go ahead, General.
Back up General Haas. The Crate Challenge is fun, but young brothers, it's not manly.
Yeah.
It's just not manly. And I know, once again, you go to church. So you are comfortable with doing something that is gay, but fun. The Crate Challenge is fun, but it is gay. It is gay to get up there and walk across there and giggle. And guess what? It's even more gay to be on the choir. So I guess I'm talking for no reason. I mean, if you put on a choir robe, then I guess what's the point of me? I might as well shut the hell up. So I will. So lock you, sir.
Right. Go ahead, General.
Scriptures say, you know, when I was a child, I did this as a child. I acted as a child. But when I became a man, I put off childish things. And we done been reduced to a nation of children, man. Like the general's bringing out. Because of that damn church, everything is fun. When you're a kid, I remember being a child just thinking, what kind of mischief can we get into tonight with your friends? You understand? And that's just a child's thinking. We just haven't grown up. There's very few men that have grown up in our nation. And like Haas, like the general bringing out, we need those mature men. And I don't know if it's too many out here, but the ISUPK will surely show you how to be a man.
Can I one up you? If you don't join the ISUPK, you might as well do the Crate Challenge. You might as well get up there and walk on them goddamn crates. Or else your life is already too dangerous.
Yeah.
So like you, sir.
Damn right. Hey, Yediah, do number 2, man, on the list.
Connor will come.
Now, unless we missing something bigger, is there some other big stories we missed?
I think we got them all, to my memory.
If we did, then give me number 2 on that list, man. That's a good story.
Connor will come, sir. Petition circulating to fire Dr. Sally Smith for her history of facilitating medical kidnapping of children.
Now, you know whose children this is. Our children. And they said medical kidnapping of children. And read this story out. This is a monster right here. This is Count Dracula. Go ahead.
Connor will come.
This is Count Dracula you looking at right there on the left. Go ahead, Yediah Salaki.
Connor will come. As American Idol alumni Saisha Mercado fights to regain custody of her son, a petition has started to get Florida physician Dr. Sally Smith fired for her role in wrongfully accusing dozens of parents of abuse. Dr. Smith is the medical director of the Pinellas County Child Protective Services team and contracted child abuse pediatrician at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital and at Bayfront Medical Center in St. Petersburg, Florida, according to a USA Today investigation report. Says a change.org petition calls out Dr. Smith's history of wrongfully accusing parents of child abuse.
Imagine that. So she's wrongfully accusing these parents of child abuse, and here's why. Here's what this monster is doing to these black women. Like, once again, 2021, black people should be an endangered species in America, man. Like, it should be life in prison to do something do harm to them, to prey on them in any way. Let's go read why this devil is doing these things to black people and getting away with it.
A USA Today network investigation linked Smith to hundreds of child abuse cases where parents were either proven innocent or suffered severe trauma due to her accusations.
Damn. They were found innocent or suffered trauma due to her accusations. Come on, man.
The Florida Department of Health should investigate this case to consider license termination due to acting below the standards of medical care. So far, the petition has garnered 1,200 signatures. Mercado and Denier hosted a virtual press conference last week where the distraught mothers shed tears while begging for help in getting her 2 children back.
Go ahead.
The American Idol finalist has since been reunited with her daughter, but is still waiting to get her toddler son back.
Wow. They monsters out. And only because she was on American Idol is this story even getting any light. But Mayak, if you can get to the part where they show her connections to these other institutions, like this disgusting bitch is doing this for a reason. She's making money on our people over this, which is once again why we got to help us out. We got to help us because everything they do is to prey on us. Like we ain't in poverty because we dumb. We in poverty because we got bad leaders. Go ahead, General.
I'm looking for.
I
don't see. Do you see it?
It doesn't get it right there.
No, not this one.
Okay, well, she's connected to some other institutions, and those institutions make money off of her charging you with child abuse. Them different agencies that take the kids and all that. She's getting all kind of money, and they ran this in Pennsylvania too. They had a judge in Pennsylvania that was locking up every child that came before him because the juvenile prison was paying the judge off.
Yeah, Colonel McCombs.
That was a big case.
Yeah, Colonel McCombs.
Like, these are the things that's supposed to anger us, man. These are the things that's supposed to say to us, what can we do to change our situation? Well, the Lord is raising up righteous men. The Lord said, thy teachers shall not be removed in a corner anymore. He's gonna raise up brothers that step up into the forefront, and the Lord gonna give us the ability to have the people follow what we say. And these things are going to prove right because we're going to see the evil ahead of time and warn the people about this evil that's going on, just like we're doing right now. Like this white woman here is the devil the Bible speaks of. See if you got any more in there, y'all. If not, I'll let it go.
That was the end of that. I'm trying to see if it's.
That's all right. That's all right.
Open article.
Like this is what she doing. And I mean, hundreds of cases they found innocent. You understand? Not to say child abuse don't go on, and some kids got to be rescued from these monsters of our people that's so destroyed on drugs and God knows what else. But for some set of agencies to come together and to plot on our people, this amounts to child trafficking, man. She's supposed to be locked up on terrorism, man.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a child. This is supposed to be a sex trafficking case, damn near, for what she did. All right. What we got on the last 5 minutes, y'all? What you got, you die?
Better do that.
Colonel McCombs. Hurricane Ida strikes Louisiana. New Orleans hunkers down.
Sir, if I could, shout out to Captain Kahan, man. Did an excellent job of leadership down there in Louisiana, sir.
Damn right.
Securing the brothers down in Louisiana. I believe it was a category 4, or no, I'm sorry, 5 hurricane that hit Louisiana. That was the story, Mayak. Can you see if this date coincides, the date of this hurricane coincides with Katrina, right? It was a category 5 hurricane hit New Orleans. Thank the Most High, the levees held, and blacks and Hispanics weren't murdered and killed down there to the extent that they were back during the time of Hurricane Katrina. Captain Kahan secured all of the people who the Lord loves down there. He secured them, made sure they were safe, and evacuated them. And I believe the storm now has passed, at least from Louisiana, sir.
Big shout out to Captain Kahan, them yard, man.
They say the Hurricane Katrina date was August 23rd, 2005 to August 31st, 2005.
There you go. So we right in Katrina again. The Lord hitting them a second time, man. And that's why, listen, that's why I want to invite all of you to pay your tithes, man. Support the ISUPK, man. I got a lot of bills to pay up in here, man, to keep this troop going. Send me your tithes and your donations, man. Go to ISUPK.com. Hit that PayPal button, man, or go and do it through the Zelle. You can pick up the Zelle and send it to us through the Zelle. ISUPK.com is the website. Get that info, man. Support this truth. We getting this word out all over the world, and we do an amazing job. They didn't think we could do it, but we did it. You understand? And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep getting it on, man. We got a whole new crop of brothers coming through Hebrew Academy. I want to tell all the brothers out there, man, make it to the end, man. Make it to the goddamn end. You hear me? Break on through. Get down to that Hebrew Academy. You got great teachers working with you, man. Cap McCall doing a great job. Big shout out to General Muhammad, man, really organizing, putting that thing together.
Damn right, Joe.
And all the other generals working with him on it. You understand? Lord allow, I'm gonna make a visit up there and see y'all as well. You understand? But keep supporting this truth. Keep this knowledge coming in, man. Join us every Monday night. We do it live every Monday night, Wednesday night, and Saturday night at 9 p.m. This is the ISUPK. I'm Commander General Yahanna, and I want to thank the big heavy hitters for coming in with me. General Muhammad of the ISUPK, General Mark Allah, the ISUPK, General Hazayan of the ISUPK, and my main man, Marah, holding it down with his men, Yediah, and Ibad, and the rest of their team, man, really keeping us tight in this studio, man, doing what they can do. This broadcast goes out worldwide. I hope to see you again next Monday night, man. Lord be with you and your family. If you need counseling, man, contact us. Go on the website, isupk.com, man. We are masters at counseling, man. We will break it all down for you, man. Get your life together, get you off of drugs, get your family together, get you back in touch with your family members in prison, man. Fix your marriage, man. Get your marriage back right. We do it all, man. We get it in. If you're in need of food, get in touch with us, man. We got food galore, man. We pushing food out the earlobes, man. In all our camps all over the world. We work for the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. That's who we work for. Christ hired us to go work for him, and that's what we do, man. So call us in your time of need, man. And again, support this truth, man. ISUPK.com. Send me that 10%. Stop giving it to that daggone church. They wasting time with it, man. Let's get it on. I'll see y'all next time live on the UPK, y'all. Shalom. The water. Haas, did I get you in, General Haas? Oh my, did I get you, Haas?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure I got you in. All right, shalom.
Yeah, no sweat. Yes, sir. Come on, sir.
The water, Marah.
I am the boss, sir.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Come on! We want
Yo. Yeah, all right?
Yeah, I didn't know Joe. They confessed the other night that she was the one that texted you.
God.
I was a little stressed over that, the motherfuckers, you know.
Yeah, doing that bullshit.
Yeah, so she saw that.
Yo, man.
But yeah, I'm all right. I'm up here at Warwick with the parking lot of Price Chopper.
You
out the car.
You brought the bike up?
No, I didn't bring it up. No,
What'd you say? The Price Chopper? What'd you say, dude?
Yeah, the supermarket Price Chopper.
Oh.
Marshal, that's right. When he destroyed his place, you gonna be delivered from the bombs. Yes, sir. He's so covered. The scripture say, let the weak say I'm strong. Like, can the Most High get a couple brothers be strong? Right. You understand? You decided to do that. You can't never beat that. The Lord gonna be with you. A lot of cats fell and was weak. That's right. But you decide you gonna stand with the Most High. That's right. Damn. In that verse, His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Congratulations, Hebrew. The Lord you an officer of your house. A man of the Most High. That's right.
Is where them soldiers at?
Stand with the Lord, or are you going to run?
That's right.
And 99.9% of everybody just decide to bow out and become Christian.
Right.
That's just all really life comes down to. Life is, do I conquer or am I going to be conquered? And
That's
you
right.
can't conquer without the Lord. So if you go to conquer, you might as well stand with the Lord. Right.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Come on! We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. We want no cowards in our camp, never let their colors fly. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. We want no cowards in our camp, never let their colors fly. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. Go get some!
Hey, yo, always look at the Most High as the one gonna keep you safe, the one that gonna be your refuge. Go ahead.
This UPK, the Army of Christ.
My God, and Him will I trust.
The Most High from now on is who you trust. Go ahead.
gonna always deliver you.
Yes, sir. I'm from the north, so pestilence.
When he destroy this place, you gonna be delivered from them bombs, bro.
Yes, sir.
Israel, where them soldiers at? And I ain't talking about them busters.
Psalm chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High.
You now in that secret place of the Most High. Go ahead.
Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now you can abide under that shadow. Go ahead.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
In that verse.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Congratulations, Hebrew. The Lord you will accomplish up your house. A man of the Most High, brother.
That's right.
Israel, where them soldiers at?
Stand with the Lord, or are you going to run?
That's right.
And 99.9% of everybody just decide to bow out and become Christian.
Right.
That's just all really life comes down to. Life. Go ahead, brother.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Them angels gonna watch over you, brother, and you trust in them from now on.
Israel, where them soldiers at?
You know, man, the scriptures say, let the weak say I'm strong. Like, can the Most High get a couple brothers be strong? You understand? You decided to do that. You can't never beat that. Like, the Lord gonna be with you. A lot of cats fell and was weak. That's right. But you decide you gonna stand with the Most High. Damn, brother.